Good evening, Lake Orion. Hope you're all doing well on this fine Monday evening. My name's Ian Witherspoon. I'm your host, and I am Between Taorminas.
Is it really Monday?
Shut up. Welcome to the program.
You know what? I got three things that describe us three. You know what I mean? First, let's go with myself. You know what I mean? See, this is
That's me.
That's Anthony right here. Look, this is Anthony right here. See, look how Anthony is with his Colorado Avalanche gets the Stanley Cup. See, and then here's me. Here's me right here. You see?
No.
No.
Nope, don't see it.
Don't see it. Come on now.
Nope, don't see it.
You don't see it?
Nope, don't
No.
see it.
No. Come on now.
Nope, don't see it.
No, come on now.
Ah.
Yeah.
Why'd they give you that machine again?
I don't know why they gave me that machine, but this is me. Of course, the pink cat. Okay, the beauty of the pink cat. Ah, shoot. All right, let's talk sports.
Oh,
Look,
there it
there's
is.
the pink
Oh, there's
cat.
me, and then of course the last one is you, Ian. This is the last one right here. What I got for you, basically. This is you. This is you, right here. This is absolutely you. That is absolutely you, Ian.
I'm a little pony,
Yes, you are.
and you're a
I'm a Pink Panther,
Pink
and of course Anthony loves the Colorado Avalanche.
And I'm winning. It looks like I'm winning the Stanley Cup.
Yes, you
Are
are.
you in the playoffs right now?
I will be soon.
Let's move on.
I'll be there soon, my little pony.
Okay. All right, Ray Bork. Listen.
The great Ray Bork.
Listen to me for a minute. We had a busy week in sports. All you can do is look at pictures of the Pink Panther and My Little Pony. I need you to focus. All right?
Uh-huh.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
I can see the Tigers getting somebody.
Who?
This guy right here.
Oh
his
my
name.
gosh. Are we
his
going to
name-
illustrate this
This
whole
guy
show?
right here. His name is Big Game James Shields.
Can I ask you how he got the name Big Game?
Because he's thrown big games before.
Yeah, when? Another lifetime?
He's thrown them well.
This postseason, he was bad. Sammy, he was bad.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
why?
now what you thought
why?
about Scherzer?
Scherzer's gone. We knew that was happening.
Yeah.
I've said goodbye.
It
I've
wasn't
already
a
said my
surprise.
goodbyes.
It wasn't a surprise that Scherzer was leaving.
The only thing that surprised me was that contract. What was that all about?
Money.
14 years? It's spread out
14
over
years.
14 years? Never heard of such a thing in
210
baseball.
million?
I've never heard of that in baseball.
I've never heard of it either. But
They're stuck with him.
they're stuck with him.
Well, he's under team control for 7, but
Mm-hmm.
he'll be paid for 14.
But
So he's getting paid for a while.
this is a disaster waiting to happen for the Tigers because
For the Tigers or the Nationals?
for the Tigers. Because here's why: you lose a big piece in Scherzer. I'm not trustworthy in Alfredo Simone. I'm not trustworthy on this other pitcher.
What about
Shane Green?
Sanchez?
Shane Green. The only people I could trust are those three pitchers: Anibal Sanchez, JV, and David Price. And then you just trade away Rick Porcello, your big piece, your pitching staff, and then you give up Max Scherzer. That's terrible. Your pitching staff is a disaster waiting to happen. Your bullpen, you haven't addressed that. The only suggestion I could say is move Alfredo Simone to the bullpen
And sign Big Game James
and sign
Shields.
big game James Shields. That will fix the Tigers.
That will fix the Tigers?
That will fix the Tigers.
Glad he's not running the show. Ant, what do you think? You want Big Game James?
Well, he's reached out to him.
Sure. Do you
If
want
he
him?
wants to come to Detroit, that should be up to him.
He ain't coming for free.
That should be up to the Tigers organization.
Listen, the man's 33 years old.
I know. But if the decision is up to him and to the Tigers organization.
What's up
If
with
the
this?
Tigers want him, then let it happen. If they don't,
What
then
do you want?
what do I want
What do you
personally?
want? Yep.
I'm under the impression that if he wants to come here, if he wants to play here, then let him come play here. Whether it be but it has to be at least for a year. You know.
Do you want him on the team?
Personally, if he helps the team, yes.
Do you think he could help?
Do I think he can contribute?
With the
Sure.
Tigers' goals of winning a World Series.
Do I think he,
Seeing
do
how
I think
poorly
he can
pitched last
contribute? Sure.
postseason.
Do I think he can contribute? Sure. Do I think he's going to be an ace? No. He's not an ace. But if he can contribute something, then bring him on.
I just think when you look at the Tigers, the last 3 games, you know, Verlander's not the same pitcher that he used to be.
Right.
David Price looks like he's the ace of staff. And Anibal Sanchez, he had an injury that ruined Mathis' season. And look at the impact that he's done there. I think when you look at it here, Kansas City's got some pitching concerns heading in. Chicago's reloaded. Cleveland's reloaded. I mean, you sticking your tongue out like that. I could. That's what you're going like.
Yep, there's the toilet flushing on the Indian season.
That's the Tiger season right there, because you look at this team, the Tigers will not make the playoffs this year.
Flush.
They will not make the playoffs.
They will not make the
They will
playoffs.
not make the playoffs. They will not make the playoffs, because here's why. Here is why.
I'll bet you right now.
No. Here is
we
why.
go.
What do you
again.
want to bet?
Here is why. I'll tell you why the Tigers will not make the playoffs.
Okay.
It's because their pitching staff has been depleted. Their bullpen's a disaster waiting to happen. And you look at that bull, they haven't addressed those this offseason. They haven't. They haven't addressed
Fans are
them.
getting restless.
They haven't addressed those this season. And that's why the Tigers are not winning the Central or making the playoffs again.
Here's the thing the Tigers did do with the bullpen. You know what? You know what concerns me is their lack of depth hitting-wise. They don't have left-handed bats. That's scary. Their bullpen, the way Dave Dombrowski's trying to do it, is in-house. Sound the alarm.
That's
don't know
a
why.
disaster.
It might be a disaster.
It is a disaster.
He's trying to solve the bullpen in-house. He's acquired a lot of minor league free agents.
Bad waiting to happen. You don't even know the center field's opening day.
Yeah, it's a platoon.
Yeah, we don't even know when it's opening day.
Well, it depends on who's pitching.
That's terrible.
Why?
Because
You can't platoon a position or two.
You cannot platoon a pitcher. You cannot platoon a position or two.
Why? You
Because-
platoon center field, you platoon catcher. That's what
No,
they're doing.
you cannot.
Yeah, why not?
Because it's not ethical. You don't
It's not
know-
ethical.
It's not ethical.
Are you an ethics major now?
The Tigers ain't gonna win this division.
I do grade well when it comes to ethics and morals
Yeah.
and beliefs and
Do you think
values.
it's ethical to start 2 people at center field all year?
Nah. I don't think so. It's not moral.
It's not moral.
It's not moral.
It's a baseball lineup. It has nothing to do with
It's just
morality.
disaster waiting to happen, especially when you look at what Rajay Davis did last year.
What do you do?
You remember a couple of plays? Remember that play he gave up when he played left field?
Yeah, it was left field.
When
He played center.
When he let the ball just go like, wee, and it went all the way to the left field wall.
Yeah, I was in left field.
Yeah, that's terrible. That describes the outfield situation.
I can't. I can't win with you. What's it gonna take to win with you? Tigers got to win the World Series.
No, the Texas Rangers won the World Series.
They're gonna win the World
They're
Series.
gonna win the
yeah.
World Series. Not this year, but eventually.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe you'll grow up eventually too.
Nope.
All right. Well, when we come back, we're gonna talk about other things. Stay tuned.
Prescription drug abuse is a national epidemic. The new in way to obtain drugs is through parents' or grandparents' medicine chests. Removing prescriptions from your cabinet is the best way to keep drugs out of the hands of our young people. We've got to work together to protect our teens, our seniors, and our environment. Clean out your medicine cabinet today. Please participate in Operation Medicine Cabinet and drop off your unwanted or expired prescriptions at one of our law enforcement drop-off sites in Oakland County. We can't ignore this situation anymore.
Welcome back to the program this evening. Having a rousing debate about sports. What's the next topic, Sam?
Football.
Football?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to on there?
I'm not talking to anybody.
What's that tab you got open?
Nope.
Is that appropriate?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Pretty appropriate, you
You
know.
think so?
I haven't thought about an idea yet.
What?
It'll come up to me.
Huh?
It'll come up to me.
What will?
An idea.
For what?
An idea to help you learn of life.
He is right. You do need some good life lessons.
Yes, you do.
You guys are life counselors now?
I'm an inspiration for the children of Lake Orion. Lake Orion, you know that I'm an inspiration for you guys. It is the truth.
We all know he needs help. Yeah.
What?
You need help.
All right.
You need psychiatric help.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Even the crowd agrees with us.
I'm ready, booze. Oh, okay. There's a clap.
Yeah.
Thank
All right.
you.
All right. Well, we'll continue our evaluation off the air. Let's talk about football, though.
You know, Green Bay does not. You know, Green Bay gave that game away.
Is it too strong of me to say that Mike McCarthy should be reviewed and potentially let go?
No,
That was terrible.
because all they had to do was just recover an onside kick.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. Seattle goes down, scores a touchdown, and then scores 2 point conversion to take the lead. You know, I think the NFL needs to review its overtime rules. I really do.
Why?
Why?
They need to go back. They need to go to college because, like,
What?
because you need at least both teams to at least have a possession to decide a winner. This
I'm
NFL
comfortable
rule
with that.
thing is not working out. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work out.
Aside from that, when you're on the 1 yard line in Seattle on 4th down in the first quarter, don't you go for the touchdown?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're then on the 6-inch line, same scenario. Don't you go for the touchdown?
Yes.
Yes.
You're up. Instead,
What was
it's
that?
Missed opportunities, you're saying?
Terrible.
It should have been in that game. You're right. It should have been 14-0, Green Bay, and then they would have had another touchdown from 21-0. It
Game over.
would have been game over. But you're right. I think Mike McCarthy's play calling. I think he does need to be looked at maybe. But
They should have been up 24-0.
they should have been up 24-0, and Green Bay just blew that game. There's no reason why that game should not have went 22-22 overtime, and they ended up losing that game. Green Bay blew that game against Seattle. When Seattle earned it, it was Green Bay who blew it.
I will give Richard Sherman some credit for playing with one arm. You have to give him credit. I mean, that's very, very hard to do. So in many ways, you have to give him his props for playing with one arm. But yeah, Sammy's right, and you're right too. And Green Bay gave that game away. Mike McCarthy, I think his decision making should be questioned. I think that it should have been questioned for those two touchdowns, and it really, really easily could have been a Green Bay route in Seattle.
And even Green Bay's last drive, where they went down, kicked a field goal to tie it up, they had 3 timeouts.
They had
They
3
didn't
timeouts.
use one of them.
No,
What was that?
it's either you trust Aaron Rodgers too much, or
But they were playing for the tie. They didn't
you
even
should've
attempt
maybe
to win that game.
maybe take
Maybe
a
because
chance
they
to
felt
win.
they wanted to win in overtime.
When you got 3 timeouts, I'm
You
thinking
got
there's
three
a
timeouts.
time for a shot. I know
got-
Seattle's defense is real good, but so is Aaron Rodgers and
Yeah, but
Jordy
when you have
Nelson.
when you have 3 timeouts,
Use
you
something.
got to take a shot at least one of the times. You know what I mean? And if you're like playing on 2nd down, you know what I mean, and then your 2nd down call, you know, you can try to basically, if 2nd down, you could try to complete a short pass, you know, and then 3rd down, try to run it. If you don't get it, kick the field goal, then force overtime. But you still got to take a shot. You know what I mean? What Green Bay did last night was they didn't take a shot in that final drive, and that's something that you got to look at.
What's your take about the NFL investigating New England, despite New England winning 45-7 over Indianapolis, deflated footballs? What's your take on that?
Good. Bill Belichick needs to lose draft picks. Needs to lose draft picks.
Yeah.
He's not going to lose the game.
Who cares?
Why?
What does it do?
It doesn't do anything.
Helps Tom Brady throw better? Have a little more grip on the ball? Is that what
Yeah.
it does?
It does in a
Or
sense.
are they deflating the Colts balls? I don't know.
Well,
Who's really deflating?
you can't put if you're deflating your own footballs, have the guy doing your own sideline Not on the opponent's sideline.
Well,
Is that what's
the
going on?
Patriots are already suing the Jets over Revis.
For what?
What?
They're suing them over, I guess, inappropriate things that they were doing with Darrelle Revis. I'll have to go further in that story. Yeah, so I mean.
Either way, the Patriots, I'm about tired of them.
But
lot
the
of
reality
people
is
are
they're in the
bad.
Super Bowl. Johnny Glinski's got to be happy about it. Pat Ronan's got to be happy about it. The Patriots are back in the Super Bowl. They are back in the Super Bowl, and they're playing the Seahawks in Arizona for the Super Bowl. And Katy Perry's performing the halftime show. Your favorite singer. I hear you like Katy Perry.
Who's Katy Perry?
I hear you like her.
I don't. No, I don't.
Not to what I've heard. I have numerous sources who say
Oh,
you do.
yeah?
Yes.
Hmm.
I will tell them off air, of course.
Oh yeah. I'm more of a
What do you morph?
I can't think of a pop singer's name right now.
But this is so damning for Golden Tate. He gets named the Pro Bowl, and you have to see his former team go to the Super Bowl. That's damning.
Are we surprised though? Are we surprised of the Super Bowl matchup?
No, because the refs wanted the Super Bowl. Because Roger Goodell wanted this matchup, and the refs actually, it should have been the Lions. It should have been Super Bowl.
You think the Lions would have made it?
You still think the Lions would have made it?
They would have made the Super Bowl.
Well, look at Seattle's position. They were number one in the NFC. It gave them considerable number one advantage. I'm sorry, but that is the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Hey, they didn't rebound since 1957.
Oh man.
Oh, man. That's harsh.
Sam,
That's harsh.
how much debt do you have? Let's be real.
I got a lot of debt right now.
Oh man. You better get to work, buddy.
Any final thoughts?
Who wins Super Bowl?
Tell me in 2 weeks.
Tell me in 2 weeks.
We're gonna tell you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, tell me in 2 weeks. I said tell me in 2 weeks.
Yeah, tell me
Tell me in 2 weeks. Tell me next week.
All right. That'll be it for this segment then. No prediction.
None.
We'll wait. We'll be right back.
You just gotta ignite the light.
Who is this? Katy Perry. Hello, Lake Orion. It's Anthony Taormina, co-host of Between Taorminas. I want to let you know of a new show called History Now. In it, we're going to talk about global, national, and political events that occur in our lifetime. We're going to also have guests and also have co-hosts as well, and also plenty of surprises. Catch us on History Now here on ONTV. Hello, Lake Orion and Oakland County. This is Sammy Taormina here, talking a new show here called OA Now. We're going to talk about sports from football to basketball to volleyball to track and field to soccer, cross country, etc. here on OA Now on ONTV.
To the perfect road, like a lightning bolt, your heart will glow.
Thank
stuff.
you.
You think she's gonna play that one at the Super Bowl?
No, I hope
Oh.
she meets New Jack. What?
Who?
Who?
I hope she meets New Jack.
Nugent?
Grief.
Ted Nugent?
Wrestler. No. New Jack, a pro wrestler.
New Jack?
Yes.
You don't want to know.
No, I don't. I don't know.
No, you don't.
Talk Pistons.
All right. What about him? You ready
They
to pay your
lost
You ready to
today.
pay your debt with me?
No, they lost. They're not going to make playoffs. They
Yeah, they're
lost
gonna make the
today.
playoffs. They're gonna make the playoffs.
They lost today.
So?
They lost the Atlanta Hawks by 11.
Yeah, they're good.
They're not that good.
Atlanta?
Hawks, they're leading the Eastern
Atlanta's
Conference.
a good team, but still, look at this Piston team. They're going to have disaster waiting to happen with this team with Brandon Jennings. Brandon Jennings leading your whole NBA team. That's a problem.
I tend to agree. But he's been playing well lately.
Pistons lost today.
Yeah. So?
They're in trouble.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They've only lost. That was just
They're in
one
trouble.
game.
They started the year 5-23. Now they're 12-3, and they're in trouble.
Yes.
Stan Van Gundy's doing a very good job so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you
Sam?
have to say for yourself?
because here's
Sam, what are you queuing up here?
I'm looking at the NBA standings right now as we speak. You see here, when you look at the standings,
Are those updated?
They are, but they don't have it based on the playoff projections. They don't have it based on playoffs. But look at the Pistons right now. They sit 16-26. They are 6-15 at home. You're in division with Chicago, Milwaukee, and Cleveland. And you got the
Indiana.
Pacers right there, who I think is going to eventually catch the Pistons. But let's look at the situation here.
What about your favorite team, the Knicks?
That's Ian's team, the Knicks. Look at how happy the Knicks are. They sit 5-36. This is what the Pistons should have been, 5-36.
What?
Wow.
Oh.
So there's this. When's this run gonna end with the Pistons?
It's going to end.
Is it already ending?
It is our. Well, let's look at the schedule. They play Orlando, which I think that will be
At home.
At home, and the Pistons have problems at home.
Oh, so you don't like them
So
at
you
home
don't like
on
them
Wednesday, huh?
against Orlando?
I think
No offense, I'm stacked, but I got the Stones winning.
I like them against Orlando. I don't like them at Milwaukee, at Toronto. That's 2 losses.
They just won at Toronto.
Cleveland's 3. Philly, I think they'll win, so that's 2 and 3. They're going to lose the Rockets. They're going to lose the Heat. They're going to lose at Indiana. They're going to lose at Denver.
2-7.
Yeah, 2 and 7. Whoever's doing that horn better stop, because I think it's going to happen. Or even better yet, they could be 1 and 8. They'll be 1 and 8.
Why?
Why?
They've been a good road team. They can't win.
I know.
At Denver. They can't
No.
win at Indianapolis.
They
Can't
will
win.
not win.
They
at
already won
Toronto.
it in Indianapolis.
They won't win in Toronto again.
They already won it in Toronto.
They won't win it again in Toronto. You
Why?
got to play there on Sunday.
You don't like them there, huh?
Nope. And they won't win in Milwaukee either.
Brandon Knight.
Yep.
I think the Pistons will win. I do. I mean, as long as they're playing loose, as long as they're having fun, that's the most important thing.
They didn't look very good today. I'll be honest.
No, they
Atlanta's a good
They got
team.
killed. They lost 93-82.
Yeah.
That
They
isn't a
played
killing.
terrible. They went cold. They went sloppy.
Yeah.
And if that team cannot shoot threes, they cannot win.
Pretty much.
And basically with this team, they really do not have that true star. They really don't. But here's the thing. When you look at this Piston team, this is why they're filling with disaster. Because they have no true small forward. They have no, their shooters take a lot of bad shots. They have no true small forward. This is what the Pistons need.
You're saying Kyle Singler's not a true small
He's
forward?
not a true small forward.
So do we think they make a move at the deadline?
I think they sell.
They sell.
They sell?
They sell, yep.
Who's
Who
out?
are those?
I can see him trading Greg Monroe.
Why?
Why?
He's a free agent after this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. He's a free agent after this year. Because they can get some pieces for him.
I guess.
I guess.
And then
NBA's all about expiring contracts. They don't really operate in the same ways, baseball.
yeah, but still you can still get a this Piston team, I don't think they're going to
They could get Monroe back.
They could. It's very possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's very possible.
I mean, especially with what Monroe's doing these days.
Especially with Josh Smith gone.
Right.
Are you think because Josh Smith is gone really helps this team?
Yeah.
You think that Josh Smith
I don't know what's scarier, Sammy. Your analysis or Ian's hosting abilities. I don't know what's scarier.
I think in the future we should lose that thing, and then maybe we could interact with each other. Because right now I feel like I'm talking to a 13-year-old girl at
What?
dinner time on her iPad.
What?
Yeah, AIMing all her friends. Tell Johnny and Susie to hold tight. You got 2 minutes of the
not.
show left.
I'm not.
Focus.
But I'm saying this team's not going to make the playoffs because you look at the teams, they got to catch Miami's ahead of them. You look at, I still think the Pacers are going to catch the Pistons in the playoffs.
Pistons need to get to 500.
Yes.
They need to really chip away at that. What are they right now?
16-26.
So they're 10 games under.
Yes.
with half a season to go. They need to make up. It'd be nice to be a couple games above. Do you think they can do that?
No.
You don't think they can
You
do
don't
that?
think so?
No. Schedule's going to get real tough later in the year.
And they're not going to make a move.
They
at
haven't
the
played
deadline.
Chicago yet. They haven't played Chicago yet.
You don't see them making a move to get better?
No.
Okay.
What moves can he make?
I don't know.
Everybody wants to keep their players, with the exception of the Knicks.
Yeah. So
Unless you go get Carmelo Anthony.
go get Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, unless you go get Carmelo Anthony.
Him and Stan Van would get along real well.
Probably not.
Probably not. All right. You guys want to talk about the Red Wings?
No. They're terrible.
The Wings are nothing but losers.
Talk to a team that's only 2 points out of a playoff spot, like the best hockey team and of course they're gonna win with rightfully mine. Of course, everybody knows what's rightfully mine, and of course, this is the perfect. This
The
is
best hockey team, but they're 2 points out of a playoff spot?
This is what you're gonna have to see. This is what's gonna happen in the next few weeks. It would not surprise me if the Stars make the playoffs and win, of course, what is rightfully mine. This is what's rightfully mine. This is what's rightfully mine. And you guys sit out there at the Astros horn up there.
Look at the Red Wings fans in the background.
Look, yes. That's going to be the future. That's going to be the future.
As long
Dallas
as the
Stars
Red
are going to
Wings
win
don't win the Stanley Cup.
at Detroit.
Yep, and it's going to win what rightfully mine.
You imagine a Stars Wings final, or even better, an Avs Wings final.
No.
You
First,
want
you guys
that.
got to make the playoffs.
You want that.
Nah, first you guys got to make the playoffs.
I'll make the playoffs. I don't know about him.
Hey,
Man, and the Wings just keep winning. Down 3-0.
I hope the
No
Wings
problem.
lose. Well, Buffalo's terrible.
Yeah, they're down 3-0.
Buffalo's terrible.
They're down 3-0.
Buffalo's
terrible.
terrible.
No offense, Jeff Krasinski. I know
Buffalo's
you take it
terrible.
No, you're terrible.
I'm not terrible.
No, you're terrible.
You're terrible.
No, you're
Hey,
terrible.
I'm terrible.
No, you're terrible.
You're terrible.
No, you're terrible.
You're terrible. We want to go to the parking lot. Let's fight.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's find out who's
Let's
really
go.
terrible.
Let's find out who's really.
Yeah, right now?
Let's fight. Yeah, let's go right now.
Take my mic off.
Yep.
Well, it looks like I guess I'm closing shop, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we really doing
Sammy
this?
and Ian are going to go and fight.
Dots, don't know what to tell my boss. Think the city
that's a good
built
one.
a car. Chandeliers
Skater
on the
Perry? Yeah,
floor.
Skater Perry. That's a
My
good one.
favorite party dress.
I'm just scared, Gabe.
Why? She's nice. She's friendly. All right. We'll talk later. Any
All
other?
right.
What?
All right, between Taorminas, since I'm taking over hosting duties from Ian, we're going to, we have any final thoughts, you two?
We had enough of Katy Perry.
No final thoughts.
No final thoughts. All right, I have a final thought. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for Between Taorminas, we've had a great run. We still keep having a great run. All right, so Lake Orion, stay strong. To all those who are watching in other communities, stay strong as well. All right, Lake Orion. All right, ONTV. Have a great night.
All right.